Hi, I'm Daniela, and this is Jocelyn. Thanks for coming back to our channel.
Today we're going to talk about things you can do to increase your chances of implantation. For those of you in your 2-week wait or those trying to conceive, today we're going to share some things to help support implantation.
We all know about that dreaded 2-week wait. It's that time between insemination and when you get your period or when you're pregnant.
Some consider this to be the most stressful part of the insemination process.
For me personally, it's very stressful, but also it's a very hopeful time for me. The time afterwards when you're waiting to conceive, that part usually feels pretty sad for me because that's when we found out we're not pregnant. And then there's so many emotions, but I think during this period of wait time is when I feel like my happiest because I'm like, there's a hope that there could be something growing inside me.
Doing research on this topic, we found a lot of myths and wives' tales on increasing your chances of implantation. So the most important thing you want to focus on is just supporting your body through this process.
I know personally during the 2-week wait, I'm obsessing about everything I can do, what I should and shouldn't do to help my body through implantation. So actually reading and learning about the things that can help support my body through this tough time was actually a stress reliever for me because I could focus on things and do some things that were actually helpful.
Something that we found to be supportive of implantation is decreasing inflammation in your body. And the easiest way to do this is to avoid foods that cause inflammation, like fried foods, sodas, and processed meats.
According to a study at Harvard University, it was found that throughout many experiments, food and drinks can help decrease inflammation in the body. There are some foods that help support implantation, like pineapple, pomegranate juice, and Brazil nuts.
Pineapples are rich in vitamin C, B, magnesium, potassium, and bromelain. Bromelain is actually known to reduce swelling and inflammation, as well as being a digestive aid.
It is suggested to eat the core of the pineapple because it's said to have the highest concentration of bromelain.
Pomegranates are rich in antioxidants, as well as vitamin K, which is known to have anti-inflammatory properties.
And Brazil nuts are packed in selenium, and selenium is necessary for healthy thyroid function.
Although there aren't any hard studies to show the efficacy of increasing implantation by eating these foods, there's plenty of research that supports that these foods will help decrease inflammation, which is important in supporting your body through the implantation process. Focusing on nutrition and lifestyle for a minimum of 3 months before conception can actually increase your chances by 80%.
There are some other foods that can support implantation, such as
shellfish, nuts, and seeds are all high in zinc, which help with progesterone.
Healthy fats such as fish, oils, and avocados will also help by providing omega-3s, which are anti-inflammatory.
Beets and garlic will help improve blood flow.
Broccoli, cauliflower, and kale are all cruciferous vegetables that can aid with estrogen.
Poultry and potatoes also contain vitamin B6, which helps with progesterone as well.
It has also been found to be important to control your blood sugar. So think about eating lots of fresh fruits and vegetables, quality proteins, healthy fats, and multigrains?
Whole grains.
Whole grains. There you go.
And don't forget to drink lots of water.
So what foods should we avoid? You should try and stay away from anything that is not recommended during pregnancy,
like deli meats and undercooked eggs, fish, or meat.
And then you should limit your caffeine intake to 300 milligrams a day.
This can be difficult considering that each cup of coffee or caffeine source may have a different milligram of caffeine, so just be mindful of that.
Personally, this is difficult for me because I like strong coffee, so I just stick to the one and done rule. I have 1 cup of coffee, I drink it slowly throughout the whole morning, and then I'm done for the day.
You'll also want to try to limit your alcohol consumption.
Yeah, during this time, usually anytime between insemination, the 2-week wait, I just don't drink at all. But honestly, it's your choice.
For sure. The fertility of both men and women are known to be affected by alcohol consumption, so maybe make a pact just to avoid it altogether.
Let's get into vitamins and supplements. The most important supplement during implantation is folate, your prenatal.
Other vitamins you can supplement are vitamin D and omega-3s. Many people are vitamin D deficient, so it's important to get your levels checked.
Many studies show that vitamin D levels are associated with women's fertility and with healthy pregnancy outcomes. Personally, my vitamin D levels have always been very low. At one point, it was even as low as 13. I've been taking vitamin D consistently for about 2 years, and it's gotten up to the 30s.
What's normal?
I think, like, textbook, it's hard to say because they changed like the normal standards. Now normal is like 30 to 40, but it used to be like in the 60s and 70s.
Oh wow.
Yeah, everyone is historically, like, they changed the normal because everyone's like low nowadays.
We don't get vitamin D anymore in our meat and protein as much as we used to, and everyone wears a lot of sunscreen, so they don't get as much vitamin D from the sun. Many reasons, but
I like to use Thorne's vitamin D K2 drops because they're just like tiny little drops. It's so easy for me to incorporate them into my everyday and not have to take like multiple pills because you do need to take a good amount.
What do they taste like?
Nothing. They don't taste like anything. I just drip them onto my food or into my drink, whatever I'm drinking, and you don't even really know that it's there. I just always make sure that like I finish the cup so I get all the last drops because it's like an oil. I'll add a link in the description if you're interested in learning more about that vitamin D.
Many other nutrients that are required for implantation can be obtained through a well-balanced diet, but it may be helpful to touch base with your healthcare provider just to make sure that you're not deficient in anything and need some supplements.
Another great way to support implantation is self-care. We know stress has some negative effects on the body, and it also affects implantation.
Take this time during your 2-week wait to take extra special care of yourself through supporting your mental health and strengthening the physical connections with your body.
Love that. One thing we have done to increase our fertility is acupuncture. The American Pregnancy Association does talk about how acupuncture can help with fertility, and I'll include the links below.
Acupuncture increases blood flow to your uterus, and it also helps reduce stress and anxiety along with many other benefits.
Acupuncture should be done regularly and works best when started 3 to 4 months before trying to conceive, but it's good to get started whenever you can. I know that we started midway through our fertility journey.
Speak with a licensed acupuncture practitioner for more information on how this might help you. Other great practices of self-care can look like reading, guided meditation, taking naps or going to bed early, as well as moderate exercise like walking or yoga.
A book that I'm reading for pleasure but is also helping me on this fertility journey is Woman Code by Lesbi-honest. I didn't have to pause during this, but okay, great. So in this book, the author talks about how she took control of her cycle and even improved her fertility, and it shows you how to do it while reading the book. She also has another book called In the Flow, which is next on my list to read. Both of these things were recommended to us by our acupuncturist, and she said it could really be helpful. So if anyone's interested, I'll put links in the description below.
Simply doing activities that make you feel good and release endorphins can also help support implantation. So to recap, we've discovered that incorporating a well-balanced diet, controlling inflammation and blood sugar, adding supplements as needed, as well as incorporating some self-care will all help support your body during the implantation process.
And the things you want to avoid are any foods that are not recommended during pregnancy, excessive stress, excessive caffeine, and alcohol consumption.
For more information on what we shared today, feel free to check out the links in the description.
We are wishing you all the best in your conception journey and during your 2-week wait. If you enjoyed the information in this video today, please be sure to hit the like button.
Don't forget to subscribe to learn more.
We'll see you soon.
Actually affects both men and women's fertility. Men's and women's fertility. Women and men. How do you say that? Some consider this to be the most...
Wow.
Wow.
Higher concentrations.
Research an anti-inflammatory. Make sure that you're not deficient in...
Those are my favorite kind of birds. Deficients. Important to control your blood.
Your brother.
We can make a big impact on our farts.
Our farts.
Our farts as well.
Of coffee's caffeine's milligrams.
Coffee's caffeine.
I can't get this line.
Because they told me no, I have to say it once more. Whoa.
Bromoline.
I know, bromoline.
Bro, my lane.
Bromoline.
Like anti-inflammatory. Anti-inflammatory.
Well, inflammatory foods do cause phlegm. Men and women's.
I
I would
wrong.
just say men and women. Want me to take this one?
And get in touch with your physical body. And touch your physical body.
One more time.
Physical connections in your body. Your physical connections in your body.